Oh, this thing ain't even connected to my ears.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the Ben Herrera Show. Sorry, I'm over here waiting for Ben, and since he wasn't talking, I figured I'd fill in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for at least just acknowledging the fact that we're still here. Well, hell, I think we need to figure out we're still here.
I know.
We've been busy, tired, exhausted. You know, there's just a lot of things that have been happening, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on, everybody? It is Monday morning.
I think we accomplished that part already.
Let's go ahead and do the intro real quick so we can get that out of the way. We'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in the show. Blah, 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 blah. Now, tonight we're just sitting here just watching. Tonight. We're not even watching anything. Damn. Talking about whatever, whatever's out there, whatever's in the world.
Oh, no, let's talk about this weekend. We posted a video for Father's Day with Kalu, letter to Isaiah.
Yep, that was a good video.
How did everybody see it? Did everybody see it? And then if you did, what do you feel about it?
I fucking hate you, Facebook.
Okay then. So how did you guys feel about the video? To me, it was a sentimental feeling. Not just for the baby, but Rosie was a big, huge part of my life. When the kids, Caleb and Baby A and all of them were small, Rosie and I and Lou used to hang out all the time. So, when I seen the video, when we got done editing the video, you called me in the office and you're like, hey, Caleb was so excited. He goes, hey, I need you to watch this video for me. Just tell me, la. I'm like, okay, blase, I'll go watch it. So I'm sitting there, Ben pops it on, right? So I'm sitting there watching this video, and then all of a sudden I see the plaque.
Mm-hmm.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Yeah.
And my heart dropped. Because I know for a fact Rosie would have been damn proud of her boys.
Right.
Exactly. For everything that they're doing to change their life, because they got their families and everything else. I know that for a fact that she would be so damn proud of them.
Yep.
And I think their lives would have been different if she was alive.
I mean, I never met her, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that she would be very happy for what they're doing.
I mean, the dedication they have here is tremendous. That's a tremendous change from when I first met the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since the boys and I reconnected from years ago.
Right.
It's a big change. I'm very proud of them. It was very heartfelt for me to watch that video. I actually damn near tried to not stop myself from crying. Just knowing that Rosie would have been very, very damn proud of these boys, especially Kalu. Now he has a son, and he's trying to make a change in his life. So it is what it is.
He's doing a good job.
He's doing a good job. He's a good man. He's got a good head on his shoulders. There's just some tweaking that needs to be happening, and some little changes that need to happen. For him to be on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. And of course,
not everybody runs on a straight and narrow either. So,
and that's the thing is everybody, learns from their past and fixes it as much as they can. So.
Yep.
And that's all there is to it.
We are working on Two Stone's video.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you to Two Stone.
Yeah.
We had a nice little conversation this past weekend. It kind of made me see something in myself that I forgot what it was to have that fire that he has right now.
Right.
And it's just like, damn, what? And it was funny because I put it on Facebook. You ever have your talk with God confirmed right in front of you?
Oh,
and it was 3 days before that I asked God, you know, the reasons of I asking, you know, having a conversation with God. Then all of a sudden, he just shows up in my house and says, "We need to talk."
Yeah.
And then he was talking about how God is forcing him to come talk to me and doing this and that. And all of a sudden, it's just like, bam.
Mm-hmm.
That was confirmation. I'm like, bro. And he just looked at me and he goes, "Man, I know you got it in you to do it. Cool. I appreciate that." And he gave me a handshake, gave me a hug, and he goes, "No, I'm serious. You got this."
Right.
Cool. You know. And this is like, man, it's just been one sentimental moment after another, you know. And this is God's way of saying, "Hey, we ain't done.
Exactly.
We are not done. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing with this." So,
yeah,
there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But some things have to fall out of place in order for things to fall into place.
Yep.
So
I agree.
There's where it's going to be, and there's how it's going to, you know, it's just, that's life, man.
And that's the thing too, is that, you know, running a business is not easy. And that's the thing that I had, because he asked me, "Well, have you talked to God?" And I'm like, kinda, but not really.
See?
But
nobody listens.
Yeah, so literally this morning I sat because I felt like, you know, because we're going through some stuff that we have to fix. But every business has its ups and downs. Of course it's going to happen. But the thing is like, you know, I looked at it as, you know what? I don't know if I can do this anymore. But then he's like, "Well, did you talk to God?" And I'm like, kinda. But more of a...
And I said the same thing. See, people don't listen to me.
Right.
God has to be in your life in order to see change. God has to be exactly number one to have those changes be made. Without God in the center of your life and God not, you know, doing what needs to get done with God first, God's gonna be like, "Well, since you put me last, I'll put you last. I got some other things to do. I'll come back when you're ready."
Exactly.
You know, it's just, you gotta put God first in everything you do.
Yep. So I stopped and well, because I was here actually earlier. You know, I was kind of upset because I was eating a piece of chocolate and it melted out my shirt. So it made me mad, and I'm walking in and I'm pissed off.
I think he put it in his hand and wiped it on the shirt.
I shit on myself. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, no, so
never mind. We're talking about God, not about people. Stop it.
Anyway, so you know, I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? I need to relax. I need to just chill, take a deep breath, and be like, "All right, God, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I doing? What's going on?" So, what's good? What's going on, Jonathan? But, you know, and then I looked at it and I was like, you know, I have to relax and just chill and be like, "You know what, God?
What's good, Jen?
What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? You know, what do I got to do to make this correct?" And because you obviously gave all of us talents to do something, and my talent I'm not even using right now. In some ways I am, in some ways I'm not. But you know,
stuff that we go back and forth with.
Yeah.
Well, you know how to do this. Why aren't you doing it? Oh, I don't know.
Well, even because I've always wanted to do music videos. That was one thing that I always wanted to do.
Okay, so me and you are kind of different, and I'm going to tell you why we're different. Okay, watch, I'm going to do something real quick.
My phone got messed up.
So what I do different. See, because I have a bucket list. Not only because I never believed in a bucket list before. Never believed in a bucket list. It wasn't until the fact of some issues in life that happened. With the ministry, you know, going from, you know, state to state, Mexico, stuff like that.
Mexico.
Stuff happened, and so bucket list became a bucket list.
Right.
Easy stuff. One of them was to have a studio, because I always wanted my own personal studio, my own personal things. Make music videos, you know, do some content, whatever. Right. It seemed easy when you see it on Facebook. It looks easy.
Like, I can do that. Yeah,
it's not that easy.
It's not easy.
Because trying to create content that's why when you see you see people on there with their families and they're just doing lives and little, you know, snippets here and there. It's because they have to. Right. Now they got hired from Facebook to make those snippets.
Right.
Now you got to come out with different content.
Now you're gonna keep it going.
Now you got to keep going.
Oh, chills. Keep it going.
See, I I'm not lazy, but I'm sure as hell I'm not going to sit there and make my life Facebook either. So,
Right.
in all aspects, making a bucket list is something that I never believed in.
Mm-hmm.
But after some stuff that's happened, I'm like, I really want to do this before something happens to me.
Right.
So, creating a bucket list, so where me and you differ, is the fact that I'm that person that says, okay, I did it, I'm done. Next.
Right.
Okay, I did it, I'm done. Next.
Yeah.
Next. Did it. You ever see, have you ever shot somebody? Yes. Have you ever stabbed somebody? Yes.
Oh,
You ever been in jail? Multiple times.
1 through 100.
Yeah, 1 through 100. It's. I think I got 94. But anyway, here's where me and you differ because of the fact that you want to keep living it. Me, I've done it. I did it. I'm ready to move on. You know what I mean? That's just me. I've always been that way. It's just like, I wanted to always be in a band. Yeah. I was in a band. It was over. Done. Next. Wanted to ride in a balloon. Those air balloons. Did it. Next.
Yeah.
Windsurf. Did it. Next. Ride a boat. Next. I have a boat. Next.
Yeah.
Everything was just, I did it. Gone. Come on, let's go. Life moves fast. You gotta move fast.
Right. Exactly. So, and that's the thing too, is like I said, even when I was in class, school, whatever, I always told myself, I'm going to do some music videos. Okay, I already did them, cool. But then I'm like, now people want them, keep them going, which is fine, but I got to get paid for this. So, I mean, nothing's free. I can't do this for free all the time. So it's like, I mean, not that I was, but there were moments where I did just to get my name out there or get our name out there, Black River Studios, and it's like, you got to do what you got to do, and at some points, but it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I can't do this for free anymore.
To me, it's not the factor of money or free.
No, I know, but I mean,
it's just the fact that I did it. I'm already done. I'm ready to move on.
Exactly, I get that part, but I mean, like, if somebody asked me to do it again, another one, or do this, okay, cool. I'm willing to do it. It doesn't bother me to do it. It's the fact that, okay, I've done it and showed that I can do it. Now I need to get paid for it. So,
well, again, it's exactly what I told you earlier. My talents don't come for free.
Right.
So when the guys are sitting there going, well, why don't you do this? Pay me for it.
Right.
They don't do it. Why don't you help me do it? Pay me for it. Then I'll do it. My talents don't come for free.
Right.
My experience is very expensive. Mm-hmm. So unless you're ready to pay for the experience, don't ask me to do it.
Exactly. It's like you don't go to a mechanic shop and think he's going to do it for free.
Well, here's the thing.
Unless it's under warranty.
You're not paying for the mechanic per hour. You're paying for the mechanic's experience.
Exactly.
Because he knows what the hell he's doing. Well, I know what the hell I'm doing. You're going to pay me for my time.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time.
And it goes with everything that we do here. Nothing's free. So don't come in here thinking you're going to get free shit.
So, bottom line,
but
is what it is.
And that's the thing that I feel that we can improve on here is, we all have a talent that everybody, almost pretty much, I know for a fact there's people in Holland, plenty of people in Holland that know who Black River Studios is.
Everybody does already. We're number one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
again,
there's
number one again.
Nobody out there that we're competing with, like we said before. But here's the thing. Now, this isn't competing.
What's up, Iris? What's up, my love?
What up, Iris? What's going on?
I love that girl. I don't know. There's something about her. I just love her.
She's cool.
Nothing about her.
But here's the thing is,
I think I can marry her. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
But here's the thing is, this is what I look at it as. It's not competing. It's improving your business. Now, if I see somebody that's doing something and I'm like, you know what? I can do that 10 times better. And I'm going to go do it. So I'm not competing with you. It's to show that, you know what? I thought about that, but you beat me to it. Okay, cool. But I'm still going to go do it. Whatever it is, whether it be a cool music video, a commercial for somebody, a film, a movie, whatever it is. I'm going to make sure I do it in my own way. Because I went to school for it and I'm going to do it. in the way that I feel will be right. Anybody that's doing anything like that, you want to do it? Show me how you do it, and then I will help you with it. Simple.
Open the door. Stand by.
Who opened the door? Anyway, so here's the thing: is like, hold on, because I don't know if somebody's here. I guess I don't know. What up, Iris? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. We got Jonathan and we got Iris. So no, we're just random. It's random talk today. That's all we're doing today. So yep, definitely. Who is it? Oh. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all we're talking about today. Is just a random day, random talk.
Yes,
Random talk Monday. Just kidding. I don't know why I sounded hillbilly when I said that. But
oh, what's up, Linda Love?
yeah. Oh, we got Linda Love on. What up, Linda? So yeah, definitely. It's been a long week, and it's only Monday.
You know what? I was going to say the same thing. It's been a long week, and it's only Monday. You know,
Yep.
but hey, anybody watch that video? I want to know what you guys.
Yes, the Kalu Father's Day video was freaking badass.
What do you guys think about it? On here. To me personally, I already said what I said.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the
I
video.
loved it too. We made it, and I still loved it. I already saw it, and I love it anyways.
I know. I watched the editing, and that whole thing was just like you just can't stop watching it because
It's perfect. Perfect.
watching these boys grow up from when they were little to now, kind of just I don't know. I think I told Ben, man, if Rosie was here, things would have been a whole lot different.
Right.
But that girl is straight on. 100%. She was more than 100%.
Yeah.
That girl was too smart for what she went through.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I mean, go ahead and watch the video if you haven't seen it yet. It's on YouTube.
On Black River Studios,
Black River
LLC.
Studios. It's called Letter to East Eye. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Or should
Baby.
we play it?
What's up, Andrea?
What up, Andrea?
So, yeah.
Andreas, who y'all got on the game? I was going for the Pacers.
Pacers.
I was going for the Pacers only because I always thought Reggie Miller needed I know he's not there anymore, obviously, but I always thought back in the day that Reggie Miller deserved at least one ring. But Michael Jordan kept
You got a cock ring.
I think his sister got a championship before he did.
You got a cock ring, too?
Probably. No, but
Oh, Lord.
yeah, I would say the Pacers. I'm gonna go for the Pacers. But what up, Tracy? What up going on?
Look, she called you a pig,
Who did?
Tracy.
Oh, whatever. Babe the pig. Babe, quit calling me a pig. What's going on?
So, yeah, you're going to see some different changes coming up soon here.
Yeah.
Again, the Two Stone just made me see something different, something I lost in myself, something I lost in my heart, and he made me see it again. So you can see some changes.
Yeah, because honestly, what he said basically was something I was going to say weeks ago, but I just either got too busy and just didn't get a chance to.
And we just got consumed with everything going on. So
It's definitely, because here's the thing is, and I want people to understand is I respect a lot of things that people do here, but it's got to be in a position of we got to get to square one. We
forgot what it was to be in square one.
Yeah. So
we're going to relive square one for about a minute.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out what we can do with the rest of it because of, the details aren't really important. It's what we saw in each other that need to change.
Yeah. So definitely going to happen. So if anybody has anything they want to talk about today, I do want to talk to about something. Let me throw this in there because I thought it was pretty funny. Now,
That's funny.
it is. It is.
That was really funny.
It was good.
Wow, you should say it again.
What was really funny?
That was really funny.
No, but so back when egg prices were $5 to $6.
Oh, you're going back to that.
Yes,
Gotcha.
we're gonna throw this.
That's
in there
not funny.
because no, it's funny because of what I'm about to say. So funny in a not in a ha 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 like I'm gonna laugh my ass off, but funny how people talk so much crap, and now look what happened, and they have nothing to say.
But don't you remember in the beginning when all this fucking started?
Mm-hmm.
You guys wanted quick changes. You guys trying to put him under the gun, under the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, he has a lot of shit to do and it's going to take time.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been a few months. Well, more than a few months. Less than a year.
Yeah.
He's making changes. Everything I said was going to happen is happening.
Exactly.
And
so
why are you guys not?
Yeah.
Why aren't you guys praising him now?
Exactly.
You guys are trying to find new shit to sit there and cry about.
Exactly. And then trying to say, well, here, let me finish. So I put a picture online, and this even if it's a temporary price, it can go up to $4 tomorrow. But the point behind it is, it's $2.79 for 6 eggs. Or excuse me, 12
A
eggs.
dozen eggs is
I was looking at
$2.79.
it wrong. I was reading 12 eggs. Sorry. And nobody's even commenting about it. Everybody's just laughing about it like it's a joke. But here's the thing is, I'm sorry that it made you look stupid because you all are eating your words.
Yeah, you're gonna be eating eggs soon.
And eating eggs and not can afford them again.
Well,
Because people were blaming him on it.
Hang on.
But it wasn't even him. It was the freaking bird flu that caused all that. So what does Trump have to do with that?
All right, hang on. Now, I think people are starting to realize exactly what Americans are. I'm not going to say Americans, but certain people are trying to do, and that's separate America.
Mm-hmm.
Try to utilize, try to control, try to undermine authority.
Right.
Now, with all that being said, okay, let's create a riot in California. Let's create this over here. Let's create these storms. Let's do all this. Let's make corruption.
Right.
Make Trump look good again.
Right.
Here's the thing. We're not stupid. We see everything that's happening. We know what's happening. However, what you tend to follow and allow to control your life with hostility and madness and anger. And I hate this person because he follows this person. I hate this. That's all they're trying to do is create hate.
Exactly.
Now,
And
it
I've
doesn't
said
seem
that
that the
before.
eggs are that much more important, are they?
Exactly.
Eggs aren't important anymore. Everybody forgot about the price of the eggs. Everybody forgot about prices of the gas. Everybody forgot about everything that was happening because they were too busy. I'm Michigan. I'm with Trump. Make America great again. I'm with this other country. Fuck America.
Right.
You're it. You're him. You're thou. You're this. You're that. You're. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I agree.
Each one of you are sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid to say it. I do what I do. I agree with what I see. Because my God says, hey, I don't remember that, but hey, you do what you got to do. But it's what you do with what you know. Now, you're going to sit there and follow other people because, well, hey, my cousin's over there. We should go follow him. By all means, go. You're just a dumbass just like that. Well, we should go follow Trump because he does it. Go be the dumbass. Go follow that.
Right.
Let's go do this. Let's go. It wants to be leaders no more.
But here's the thing: has anybody forgot about the word independent?
Thank you. Nobody wants to be leaders anymore. What creates leader is being independent, knowing your rights and your wrongs, knowing the law, knowing everything that you got to do. Nobody wants to be leaders. Everybody wants to be a follower.
Everybody wants to be a Republican or a Democrat. Here's the thing:
That's funny.
laws are put into place for a reason, people.
Look,
So,
I'm going to tell you like this. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care if you're Puerto Rican. I don't care if you're Cuban. I don't care if you're Latin descent somewhere down the line. I don't care. If you were born in America, you're American.
Mm-hmm.
If you're born in Mexico, you're Mexican. Okay? Born in Puerto Rico, you're Puerto Rican. Okay? Doesn't make you any different than what you are today.
Right.
However, if you're Mexican and you want a good, wholesome life, and you doing what you got to do, creating your paperwork, doing everything you get to be here, by all means, I'm praising you. Keep going. Don't quit.
Right.
But if you're here illegally and you're destroying, you're a weenie. If you're here illegally and you're destroying what these workers, these field workers are doing, working so damn hard, and you come over here to destroy because you want to create a gang, or you want to do this and you want to do that,
Just cause trouble.
and you're causing trouble. Now you're making these people look bad.
Exactly. That's what I said earlier.
And it's like, don't you sit there and you're waving this flag about how proud you are of being a Mexican,
In a
but yet
foreign
the
country.
people that are still on the field picking fruit and vegetables aren't waving a flag. They're earning a paycheck.
Exactly.
They're not trying to be politically correct. They're just trying to get their damn paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, on the other hand, destroying county property, city property.
In a
Property
country.
don't belong to you, and taxpayers such as us still have to pay for that shit.
Exactly.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you disagree. There's a right way to do it.
Laws are not meant to be broke, so don't ever say that.
You know, and the police are now getting to the point where they're like, well, if you're going down the road and you get jumped in front of the fucking car, well, continue riding. You're gonna get ran over. Nobody's gonna stop.
You know,
They don't
exactly.
care anymore.
You basically became a speed bump.
Exactly.
That's
So if you don't want to give a fuck, they're not gonna give a fuck.
Exactly. Because
Plain
I
and
don't.
simple.
I don't. I mean,
I mean, if you're gonna get my way, if I have a pregnant woman in the back and you guys are blocking my fucking way, guess what? I'm slamming on that fucking gas and running you motherfucking asses over.
Exactly.
But yet, you guys don't want to see the goodness and what
Yes.
to do if you
Lack
do
of
properly.
structure is very true.
You know, if you do things
Very
correctly, good things come to those who do it right. If you want to do it bad, guess what? Bad things happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is no different.
And it's exactly what I said. with
This is no
people.
different than the Bible of who's right and who's wrong, and who does right and who does wrong. You do bad, go to hell. You do good, go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here. You do bad, you go to jail. You do good, you get praised. You get laws that can change. You get things that are better, and people that get less in time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that can happen.
Exactly.
But
So,
your structured view sucks dick.
mm-hmm.
Because you guys don't realize that the things that you are doing are making us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that are here that suffer, even the Marines, military have fought to have you guys here. You guys just don't fuck that.
Well, here's the thing that I was going to say earlier that kind of made me laugh too. What up, Lazy Low?
Ladies, you in the house.
So here's the thing, and I thought it was funny, too. Another funny situation was, okay, so Holland, Michigan.
All in Michigan?
Holland, Michigan.
Couldn't say that any better.
Anyway, so here's the thing is, Holland, Michigan is literally one of the highest rates of Hispanics in Michigan,
42%.
somewhere, and I don't know exact percentage.
It's 42%.
There's a lot of Hispanics here. So all of the people that were downtown protesting over something that you guys have nothing to do with made no
There you go,
sense to me
boy.
at all.
At least you can admit it.
A decent, yeah. I mean, you know what? That's decent human being is still a good guy.
That's all we're asking for, man.
You know,
I don't see him out there destroying shit because he disagrees with something.
exactly,
I see him coming in here being dedicated because he wants change.
exactly. That's exactly what we're saying.
You know what I'm
So
saying? Do something to make change. Don't do something
Don't
to make us look
destroy
bad.
don't destroy
Don't
property that's not
destroy
yours.
shit, in your own life, because you could go to jail or prison.
Mhm.
Well, according to the police, they're just going to run your ass over, burn you with the bombs that are being thrown at them.
Exactly.
So go ahead.
They're not going to care anymore. They don't care anymore.
Florida don't care. Texas don't care. New York don't care. Shit, Michigan's on their way. I'm not giving a shit.
Hmm. Well, first hopefully Governor Whitmer doesn't get reelected because she's a dumbass. She's complete moron. Let me be honest. I don't care what she does. She's one of the ones that does not need to be in office at all. Practice what you preach. Exactly what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. So what have I destroyed? What am I not practicing? You have so much to say on the outside. Come in here. Come and talk.
So the point is like, when we sit here and chat, we're proving a point of how ridiculous you guys are making other
See,
people.
Cody's
look.
sitting outside. He's talking to here, but he's outside. Come in here and talk to us. You got so much to say online. Come in here.
Anyway, so here's the thing. When we sit here and say like, hey, you're doing things that are making the ones that are doing it correctly look bad. For example, the protesters that are doing it peacefully. Okay, cool. Yeah, you have a right to protest. Go ahead, do it. But then you got the ones that are destroying stuff. But yet, which is weird, is how are you people like actually allowing that to happen?
Here's an
Or
example.
even for it?
Let me throw an example out there.
Yeah.
California, you guys are destroying property, protesting, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay? But now, what happened this weekend? The No King
You know what? That was the
from
other
New
thing I was
York,
looking at, like,
from New York, Florida, Texas, Illinois, Missouri,
Michigan.
North Dakota, South Dakota, all had the No King thing going on. Okay? The protesting.
When I first saw that, I was like,
Not
wait a minute.
once did the news ever say there was some car bombing or buildings were being destroyed. All this, and especially Chicago,
Right,
nothing happened. Okay,
exactly.
but a person gets deported and people want to start destroying shit.
Right. So how does
So
that
you
make
know
any
what I'm
sense? He's over here choking.
He's choking because he's talking shit.
He's choking on the shit.
Uh huh.
Y'all having a good night?
We're going to get him. So this is Cody.
I see y'all.
He's executive director here at Black Root Studios. He's eating. I don't know what the hell he's eating, but he's chewing my damn ear.
So candy, man.
Candy. Where's our candy? I'm just kidding. No, but basically, like we've been saying, it's like a lot of people that are sitting here out there protesting. You have a right to protest, obviously, but
Yeah.
when we sit here and are watching you guys just, I'm not saying most protesters are doing that, but whoever it is
But you
doing
know
it
what's funny?
are making the ones that are doing it correctly.
But you know what's funny is that they're destroying property that we have to pay taxes on, but they forgot their families are working extra hard now because now they got to pay those taxes.
And probably
Marvelous.
the
Why
bail.
destroy your own community?
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's
Well,
what we're,
protest.
Mm-hmm.
Why destroy your community?
Mm-hmm.
you still got to live there.
You're supposed to be there to build your community up.
But of course, we got the ones in LA that are making the ones that are trying to do good look stupid.
I'll be up there in a few.
So it's like, I mean, to me, it's like, what's the point? You're destroying, you're.
You're destroying your
it's
home,
just, to me,
basically.
it's like you're wasting your time. So, lack of structure is definitely the thing that Ira said earlier. It's
And I
definitely
agree with that.
definitely a thing that has to.
Because half of these people that are destroying anything are kids. Kids that don't know any better. Because, my cousin said I want to go help him.
Right.
Well,
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
fucking dumbass.
So I saw a video of I don't
Bunch of
remember
fucking
what he
skeet.
was, who he was. I think he was a newscaster in Mexico. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Mexico. Anyway, so the lady asked him if an American went over there and was doing the exact same things that the Mexicans that are coming over here doing, what would be the reaction? And he said, well, for one, anybody that was doing that had an American flag, flying their flag over here in Mexico territory, they would be surrounded and probably beaten to death.
Yeah, they would have been shot.
They would have been shot. Their flag would have been taken, burned, and beaten.
Now here's a
I
question.
wish I would have shared that video. Actually, I did share that. I'm actually.
Here's a question for you guys.
See if I can find it. Yeah,
Since those people,
it's on my page.
since those people want to fly Mexican flags and how proud they are about being Mexican, and for me personally, I don't give a shit what descent you are. If you're that fucking proud of your own country, go back there and live there.
Right.
Okay? Those people who want to come here to try to get a better life and build a better life, please, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. Stay out of the way. Just keep doing what you're doing. Build that paycheck. Build that family. Build the community again.
Mm-hmm.
But the dumbasses that are burning shit and destroying shit, since you're so gung-ho with Mexico, go back over there.
Right.
But see, when it comes to Mexican Independence Day, they don't mind celebrating.
Exactly.
But when it comes to helping the borderline, they want to destroy everything, and cry because they got to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you dumbass. You just put names on yourselves. Make that make sense.
But yeah, so
The hard worker people,
I feel
by all
like-
means, I'll stand for you. The other dumbasses that are sitting there with the flag waving bullshit, I won't do that.
able to get our point across with it. Exactly. That's what I said on a post that I did. It's like they're going out about it the wrong way. Why
That's
are
what we
you
said from the
destroying
beginning.
shit? I mean, what's the point of it? What are you getting across that you're destroying stuff?
You're
It's
making
not
the
gonna
Mexicans
help.
look bad.
Exactly.
You're making the Latinos look bad. All the descendants, not just Mexicanos, but the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Dominicans, all of it, the Venezuelans, all the people who work hard to be here, you're destroying everything that they've worked for. But you're trying to fight for their rights. They were nice and easy being quiet, doing what the hell they had to do.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there making noise when all you had to do was be quiet and protest quietly, and things would have been fine. Again, that's how you make change. Okay? That's how you make change. Protesting the correct way.
See, and that's the thing too, is what Lady Luck said. Yeah, you have a right to defend yourself, but
Defending,
If the
you wouldn't have to defend yourself if you did the shit the right way.
exactly.
Look, downtown Holland, all over the country, people did that No King protest. Not one gunfire, not one fire, not one building burnt, not one car tipped over.
Exactly.
Millions of people. Millions.
That's the way you do it.
Millions.
Exactly.
Not one thing happened.
And again, they have a right to
But-
protest, and that's fine.
This is what I'm saying. People know how to protest. If you are on knowledge on how to make a protest, if you're on knowledge and on skill to do a protest, stay the fuck away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you're gonna do is put your dumb ass fucking mind in there. Like, oh, I'm gangster. I can do it. I can. Fuck you.
Exactly.
You're destroying everything that your fucking ancestors built and trying to keep building. But you want to come over here and destroy shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Running your flag like you're so proud, but they're over here in the fucking field while you're over here selling drugs. Good job, you fucking moron.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Don't come over here while your father is on the field, or in the cotton field, or in the peanut field, or the pepper field, while you're over here selling drugs.
Exactly. That's exactly.
That's there's where you guys are getting twisted. Hey, my cousin Pedro's over there, man. Let's go help him. And your dad's going, holy shit, my kids are over there, pendejos. The fuck? Why am I over here fucking suffering? You're over here fucking being pendejos.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Come on. Mexicanos, you're smarter than that.
Amen.
We fought wars.
Exactly what I'm
And
talking about.
won. But yet, your dumbasses want to sit there and destroy shit that your dad has to fucking pay taxes on. Good job. Your mom or dad have to pay taxes on. Your grandparents have to pay taxes on. Good job. Now they're going to raise taxes. Now what?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Well, California's going to be high again.
Oh yeah, they are.
She won't be surprised with 15% tax. And don't get scared and start bitching about that because you guys did it.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like, and this is what I was saying earlier. Is like, when it comes to Donald Trump, like we said before, it's going to take time for things to get back to
Yes.
the way it needed to be.
I said that from the beginning.
But people were like, "No, we want it tomorrow."
You can't.
I mean, like I said, yeah,
See,
egg prices are down.
everybody wants a
People
genie.
forgot about that.
Everybody wants a fucking genie. Everybody wants to make a wish and hope it comes true the next fucking day. See, everybody, that's how they treat God. As a genie. I'm going to pray about it and hopefully I get this job. Hopefully I can do this and hopefully I can do that. Well, you never answered me, but it's never on your fucking time. It's on God's time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody's missing. That's what everybody's missing. It's on God's time. If you would have protested
Julio?
quietly and did it correctly, God would have been on your side. Now God's going, hey, you guys are fucking moron.
Yeah.
Mira mi culo, mira que cabrón.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, here's what I look at it as. Do you guys realize what the government is doing right now? Do you guys realize? They are controlling your minds.
Yes.
They're making you guys be pissed off because there's certain things aren't going your way. But here's what you guys got to do. Say, fuck the government. I'm turning to God.
Amen.
So what is the government going to do for you that God can't do for you for free?
Come on now.
So
Hey, I know. I thought you will.
So I mean, because I looked at it as like because when I was reading some video or not videos, some articles today, it made me realize like, wait a minute, why am I following politics? This is stupid. This has it affected my life. It did. It literally, because there was times where I would go home and all I would do right away is watch the videos that I missed on YouTube. They had to do with Donald Trump. They had to do with politics. And it was getting to me. I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then I realized, I'm like, I got to stop watching this. This is making my blood pressure go up. You know?
You know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that, because you know what's crazy? I talked to 3 gentlemen this weekend, all gung-ho politics, gung-ho about the government,
Right.
gung-ho about the United States. You know what they all said? We're done. We're done listening. Because no longer have it's ever been about the people, it's about their pockets.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, the money's still in their pockets. Their favors in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so regardless of what we do, they're going to do everything to corrupt our minds.
That's the word too, corrupt.
See, they're going to corrupt our minds by what we watch, to what we listen to what we have to see. Even it's in church. It's in churches where they're the pastor, the priest, or whatever. They're all about politics now. You got to have so much amount of money in your account being a member.
Right.
If you don't meet their quote, then you're no longer a member.
Exactly.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when Jesus had his 12 disciples and he broke bread and he had a glass of wine and he says, I take this bread and I break it for you. I break this bread for you, for the people.
Mm-hmm.
I take this cup of wine as a sign of my blood.
Mm-hmm.
Where in there did it say, I take this napkin, and if you don't meet the quote of what I need you to do, then you're not part of my, you're not a disciple anymore.
Jesus accepted everybody.
Gee.
That's true.
But churches are so politically want to be in this whole thing because this is where the money's at.
Right.
They want to corrupt people just as much as anybody else.
And that's exactly what I told Tracy.
So
Because
you got to be careful and quit being sheep.
Because here's the thing: is like to me, I'm going to say this in a way where I'm not trying to. I'm not even going to offend anybody. But the point is, like, I stopped going to church because of that reason. Because I felt like
There's certain churches where if you're not going to give tithing, then you need to leave.
Why are you here?
You need to leave.
know, which I get what tithing is. I understand. You know,
Oh, is
it
it?
helps the church.
I want to know what's tithing.
It's basically what I read. It was tithing was 10% of basically what you make goes back to God.
10%
Of anything. Your field, your work, you know, what you make, what you do in life, 10%
You know what it is?
goes to God.
See, no. The Romans had created the tithing of, you know, what your work, what you did, blah, 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 what you have, 10%. That
10%
that
what you
was
have.
the Romans. Now, only thing God is asking for is time. 10% of your time. So what's 10% of your time? An hour.
An hour every day.
An hour of your day. That's tithing. Give 1 hour of your day to him.
See, and that's the thing that I was talking about last week.
Again.
See, evil. Okay, so the money is not the root of all evil.
No, it's not.
It's how you use
It's how you use the money and what you use the money for and how did you get that money. See, did you kill for that money? Did you sell drugs for that money? What did you do to get this money? That makes the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. It's what you do with the money that makes it evil.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with, you know, there's a lot of things. Yeah, it does make the world go round, of course.
Now, again,
I mean, you can't go buy a hot dog with, you know, with a obviously a piece of paper, but, you know, a dollar bill. Technically, yeah, you can, but I mean, like a piece of paper like this. You know, you can't go buy stuff with that. You know, but yeah, I get it. I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, it depends on how you use it and where you get it from. Obviously, if you worked your ass off for it, of course, yeah, it's great. But if you stole it from somebody or you robbed a bank,
Killed somebody.
something, then yeah, that's where it comes into that aspect of it.
And then if money is the root of all evil, why do churches ask for it?
I say that's exactly what I told Tracy
So-
yesterday. Or
In
today.
the new times, churches didn't know how they were going to pay their bills because preaching God's word doesn't pay. Okay?
Didn't Jesus flip a table over because he was mad about what was that?
Because people were selling their personal things in his temple
Exactly. So, but I get that part. Okay.
because they were hungry. They in those times people were fighting for food. They were killing for food. They were looking for food, so they needed silver. Okay, they needed silver to buy stuff. So they were doing what they had to do. And where did everybody go to pray? In the temple.
In the temple.
So where's a good place to go? You sell.
It's like they
product
say,
in this temple.
where's a good place to pick up a girl? At church.
Oh,
Is that you heard that before?
oh yeah.
I'm just saying, I've heard that plenty of times.
But see,
mean, I'm
they
married,
forgot
so I
that
can't
half
do that
these girls
anymore.
come from the street.
Right.
Yeah, good girls are in church, but some of these girls have been abused, have been, physically, mentally, emotionally destroyed, which is why they go to church and try to change their life. For some idiot to go there looking for women, well, now they're gonna face all these entities of
Exactly.
attitudes.
Right.
Wondering why they got this girl dating this girl from church, and she's mean, she's
She's got
crazy,
personalities.
she's got a personality, and yeah, it's like you went to church to look for a girl, you didn't go to church to look for God.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. So we gotta do that. I mean, instead of posting stuff and include myself included. But here's the thing is because I react to it. I let it get to me. Now when I see people, which is funny, and I've been wanting to say this for a while, is that and I know there's a lot of people that do this, and it's mostly Democrats that just won't give up.
Oh, they're not going to.
Here's the thing is,
They want that money.
it's been 5.5 months since Donald Trump took office. Nothing's going to change. What you guys are doing out there and making yourselves look stupid, even though the thing's been done and over with for this long, go live your life. Stop worrying about stuff. Quit worrying about what's going on because nothing that they're doing is going to physically affect you.
It's not going to benefit you either.
Well, that too. It's to me.
You
It's
got to
like,
live for you today. You got to live for
That's-
what's happening here around you,
and that's why I
your
say
kids, your siblings.
independent.
What's happening around here.
Independent. You need to be more independent from the government as much as possible.
Be a leader in your own self,
But it's like,
in your own family.
yeah, if you need disability, obviously that's the only way you're going to get it is unfortunately through the government. But if you need it, then go get it. Because I think that's another thing is like, people that deserve it, it's hard for them to get. But people that that got it for certain reasons had to fight for it to get it, and it shouldn't be that way because when you're working throughout your whole life and you pay taxes, I think all that money that you pay taxes on should go to disability in case you need it later in life.
You should go to your own account.
Go into your own account, exactly, because there's people out there that need it and are still fighting for it because they want to be picky about it. Oh wait, you got to sign this form or you got to do this. Let's send you to one of our doctors. No, come on. How many doctors do people got to go to?
I used to fall for that when they said, "Well, go see one of our doctors."
Right.
Well, I'm thinking, okay, well, they get specialists. No, it's because those doctors get paid a certain amount of percentage from the insurance, and they get the company gets amount discounted for their own employees.
Yep. Thank you, Moyle. Actually, that's the background that we're going to have hanging up in the studio soon.
Oh yeah, for the
Once it gets
future.
delivered.
For the
It's
future.
a little behind on
Oh yeah, so
schedule.
there's a lot of things that you guys need to understand. If you want to protest, again,
By all
do it the
means.
right way.
Yeah.
Because what you guys are doing,
I'll give you a-
your dads and your moms are the ones working extra hard and working all these extra hours and getting their taxes taken out just to pay for what you destroyed.
Mhm.
That's not fair, but let's not be for the Mexicans if we're not going to be productive.
Exactly.
And
and again, it's common sense.
there was innocent people that were hurt because people were throwing stones in the vehicles where the driver is, and they were crashing and killing them. Is that really productive of how you want to represent Mexicans? We're killers.
So exactly, that's the point of what we're talking about. Is like the ones that are doing it correctly and doing it safely, protesting, by all means, you have a right. But here's the thing: is the ones that are destroying shit, making the ones look stupid. You need to just go back because you're not doing it correctly. You're not helping the cause. You're making it worse.
See,
So it's like
the Mexicanos that are actually in New York or wherever, and all the construction workers that are Mexicanos. Okay, let's get this right. All the Mexicanos that are construction workers, they did their thing right. They wanted to go protest, but they're not going to protest. You know what they did?
they went to work.
They went to work. They raised their flag at work.
There you
That's
go.
how they stand their ground. I'm still going to work because I'm doing something positive. I'm still going to work because that's who I am. But that brings me, that's the Mexicano in me, the pride of Mexicanos to live here is because I'm supporting my family. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm paying my bills. I'm paying my rent, my house payment, my car payment. I'm doing everything I got to do because that's what a Mexican does.
Exactly.
We take care of our own. We take care of our families. We're not out there being pendejos and starting shit on fire, destroying property that don't belong to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what Mexicans are. But
I'm gonna
hey,
say-
if you have something that you don't know that I don't know, please, by all means, I'll go destroy a cop car right now. You tell me why it was productive for you to go destroy one.
Exactly. Like, what did you get out of it besides a
Yeah, you're still in the street destroying shit.
Probably got handcuffs on if you got caught. But here's the thing: it's like if I was to go to
Hot dog.
any city in the United States, waving, and I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but excuse me, not in the United States, in Canada, waving a United States flag, breaking things, just being stupid, basically. And you think they're not going to get pissed off? You think they're same thing in Mexico, people? This is what we're trying to say. People in Mexico, if we were down there waving an American flag, destroying their cars,
Burning their flag?
and burning their flag, I would have been killed by now. This is what you guys don't get. And all these businesses that are backing this stuff up, I hope you lose your business. I'm going to be honest, because you're just losing customers doing that shit. Why are you backing people up that are doing dumb shit like that?
Thank you.
I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me.
That made no sense to me that you got all these companies Latino owned.
Exactly.
We're backing up our Mexicano family. I'm Mexican descent. Oh, so you back up destroying property that don't belong to you. You back up the fact that killing people is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the people who are trying their damnedest to live this damn life are still in the fucking field picking trees and peppers and everything else so you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not backing them up.
Exactly.
You won't go to the fields and help them, but you'll go destroy a fucking car.
Exactly.
But you're 100 Mexican descent.
So,
You won't go to the field, but you'll go destroy a car.
mm-hmm.
Make that make sense. Where's that pride? That Mexican pride you have so much. Go be in the field.
Yeah.
Go be in that field. Since you're so gung-ho with your Mexican descent, go be in that field instead of being in that dumbass riot.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Is like, we all, and I said it in my own post. I'm happy. I'm with, to support, anybody that
I would
wants to
support the
live here.
Mexicans, the ones who are doing it right.
Exactly.
I'm not going to go and support those who are killing people and
Destroying things.
destroying shit.
No, I'm done. I'm done with that. I mean, I was never a part of it, obviously, but I mean, like, I'm seeing this as a thing. Is like I see people posting, "Oh, well, this is what's happening in LA." Blah blah blah. Okay, that's happening because they're acting stupid. They're not doing it correctly.
Now, before everybody gets all crazy, my uncle, Macario, rest in heaven, he was in the field. He raised me in the field. Every morning he picked me up 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Here's un cafecito. Un cafecito. We're going to the field. We're going to pick onions today. And about a half hour after lunchtime, then we're gonna go pick peppers. Then by 3 o'clock, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna start picking green peppers.
Mm.
And after that, we're gonna go back to my house and we're gonna go to the field and we're gonna pull some pine trees.
Mm.
I like, chingada, that's a fucking full day. God damn. But you know what? I never complained because you know what? He was showing me how to work.
Right.
He was showing me how to be proud of what I did because you know what? When it came down to payment and money, cha-ching, boy, cha-ching.
Mm-hmm.
That boy was paying me. You know what I mean?
No.
I didn't complain one day. I made it.
There you go.
Shit, give me that cafecito. I'll be shit. I'll go work.
But here's the thing: is nobody's saying only you go only do that. You know, come start a business.
Exactly.
You know, improve yourself. Go to school. Get an education. You know, run your own business. Build an empire. But when you come here and you're trying to, you know, say, "Oh, this is, you know, I deserve to be here," blah blah blah, and then destroy shit. No, you don't deserve. You don't deserve to be here. at all.
I know I got this thing around here, and everybody can tell you around here. That's just show me, don't tell me.
Exactly.
Don't tell me what you can do and what you can't do. I want to see what you can do.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Don't say it because I'm Mexican. I'm
I was
Mexican.
just gonna say.
Fuck that.
What movie was that?
I have no idea, but I don't care.
But anyway,
Here's the thing
Point
is, you want to prove yourself of being a Mexican descent, is if you're going to stand behind your people, stand behind the right people. The people in the fields, the people in construction, the people who are working for their families to build their own stuff, to build their own factories, their own studio, their own, whatever it is. Stand behind those people. Not the ones destroying shit because they don't understand what's happening with the government. They don't understand what's happening with what's going on with the border. You have one person telling a lie or extending the lie or prolonging the lie.
mm-hmm.
And you got this one person go, "Oh, yeah, that's the thing, I put it," and they go fucking tell somebody else. So just like that line where you tell somebody from here,
Yeah.
hey,
And it changes by the time. you get
by the time you get to the front line, that whole story went somewhere else.
Exactly.
That's what's happening over here.
Yep.
If you're watching the news ain't gonna tell you nothing different. It's gonna be mentiras, pure lies. That's all it is lies.
Even the weather.
Even the weather. That's
It was
for
supposed
sure.
to tornado today. No, I'm just kidding.
So again, if you want to be 100% Mexican descent and be behind your people, be behind the right people. Don't be little sheep that sit there because cousin Pedro over here, he's over there in LA, he goes, let's go help him. Man, fuck that. That stupid fool don't even have a job.
Yeah.
That's why he can be there. But his dad's in the field.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom's in the hospital working those late night shifts. But Pedro's over there being a pendejo.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, people
That's
just-
not Mexican descent. That's
To me,
being
it's
Mexican
like-
pendejo.
You know, if you, I don't know. I think that was perfectly said because, I mean, how else can you actually answer that question or answer that comment?
I mean, look at these videos. If you look at these videos, you see kids.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see adults.
Right.
You see teenagers. You don't see actual adults. You don't see Mexicanos with suits
Right.
sitting there going, "Hey, give me a rock."
Yeah. Hey, I'm not. Yeah. Exactly.
You don't
I'm not throwing a rock attack or-
you don't see those Mexican hard workers, those housekeepers. We're pushing those carts throwing fucking aerosol cans. You know what I mean? You don't see the
Exactly.
doctors that are Mexicans and sitting there throwing, those operation knives. You don't see that.
Mhm.
You see a bunch of no good people destroying what these hard-earned Mexicans did for this country.
Mhm.
The people in the fields, the people in the hospital, people who graduated, went to college, and got a degree, got a business thing going, or they became a doctor, a lawyer, became whatever.
There you go.
Everything they worked for, you guys just proved that you can't be trusted with one goddamn thing.
Exactly. But yeah, you got businesses here in the area that are backing that up. Okay, well then you lost my business because I won't go where you're at.
What's up, prima?
You know, to me it's like, well, that's what you believe and that's what you want to follow, then you go over there and do it with them. Why are you here?
Again, I am for the people of Mexicanos. I am for the Mexican descent. I am for the Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, I am for the Latino descent. However, I'm
here.
for the proper Latino descent. Those who can follow law, those who are doing things correctly, and those who are fighting for their families. I can stand behind that.
Exactly.
I will stand 100% behind that. What I won't stand behind are fucking idiots throwing fucking rocks in a driver when he's got kids in the back seat.
What up, Gisa? Thanks for
You know what I
tuning
mean?
in. Yeah, exactly.
I will not tolerate that.
100%.
And I will not back that.
I back that up too. With, people that are doing it correctly, people that are showing that they want to be
these
here.
motherfuckers riding the lowrider bikes. What the fuck you in a lowrider bike for?
That's funny.
Going there and throwing a piece of metal to this cop
Right.
on a lowrider bike. Do you think you're gonna get very far?
Nope. Probably got arrested right after that.
You know,
But here's the thing.
this is what I'm saying.
It's like, and I said that too in a post. It's like, I'm all for anybody coming to the United States and having a better life. I was never against anybody being here, because we get it. The Hispanic population in the United States is bigger than it's ever been, and it's like, okay, great. I'm happy for that, especially here in Holland. I'm happy to see that with all races here. It's all growing and, everybody, that's the thing is like, when it comes to being in America, we got to understand that every freaking country has laws and policies that are followed. If you break them, you get arrested.
I think with that, China is the worst because if you don't follow their law, you die.
Pretty much.
If you steal, you get your hand chopped off.
Yep.
If you talk back, you get your tongue cut off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to go that route, I think we should.
I mean, I guess.
If you really want to get down and dirty, I mean, why not?
Right.
I mean, we got a couple of people who are, Mexican descent on our show right now, who are Mexicans, and know that, what, they worked hard to get where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
They worked damn hard. They studied. They had to do what they had to do to raise money for their family, to protect their family, to have a home for their family.
Exactly.
Now you're going to tell me that you're going to change all that and change your mindset to go, well, let's go destroy a cop car and let's go do, because somebody got deported, let's go destroy this.
Well, they got deported for a reason.
And they got this, so let's go destroy this.
I hate to say that like that, and I'm not meaning it in a mean way, but something happened to why they got deported. It's not like they just randomly picked up somebody. And this is the thing too that I didn't understand was that people were getting mad because people were getting deported. Was, you guys forget that Bill Clinton signed a immigration law, bill, excuse me,
This started way before Bill Clinton.
September 30th, 1996.
You forgot that Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan did it too.
Ronald Reagan. Let's go there in 1985.
Mm-hmm.
He signed the fucking treaty for that.
Exactly.
Bigger borders,
Bill Clinton kept it going.
bigger wall.
Obama kept it going, or what was the one before? Or George Bush? Well, I don't know if he did anything, but Obama kept it going, Biden kept it going, and Donald Trump's doing the same damn thing. So why are you guys acting as if Donald Trump's the only one that's done it? Do your research, then bitch about it. Or maybe doing your research will quit making you bitch about it. That's all you got to do.
It's not the bitching that is concerning. It's the action behind the bitching.
Well, true. That too.
That's the concern. Again, if your dad or your grandparents were in the field, working hard for you to have your own business, working hard so you can build what you need to build. What's up, Esther? If they did and they're still in the field, why the fuck are you in LA fucking starting shit?
Exactly.
Why are you backing these fuckers up?
You're going about it the wrong way.
You're going the wrong direction in that one, because they're over here sweating in 100-degree weather, picking
Well, you're throwing
vegetables
a
and
rock
fruits.
at a cop car.
Their parents are probably working 12-hour shifts, trying to make it into the world. Yet they're over here destroying shit that they're paying taxes for. That doesn't seem right to me.
Right.
How can you call yourself a proud Mexican destroying shit that your parents built?
Yeah.
Especially being in LA, because LA is all Mexican descent.
Right.
Yet the Mexicanos that are sitting there making a riot are destroying everything their parents built.
And we got all these people crying because Donald Trump sent military over there.
National Guard's there now.
National Guard. And I wonder why. Why would you be upset over that? Because people are destroying shit and Donald Trump doesn't want that to happen? And is that a problem? I mean, how I don't understand why people would have an issue with that.
The same question.
Imagine if they were doing that right here in Holland. And people was throwing shit at your house, breaking your stuff. Wouldn't you want the police there to calm it down?
Oh, not the cop collars.
Oh, whoa,
Look,
whoa.
they call them cop collars.
Cop
You
collars.
can't call cops
Yeah.
because then they're snitches.
Yeah.
They're
But here's the thing.
they're cop collars. You can't do that because then they they get a
Yeah.
thing on their head
Yeah, so-
for the rest of their life, calling them they're snitches and
Yep.
this and that.
But either way, I mean, the point is you would want somebody to stop it. So we got to look at it like that. So, in other words, that's what Donald Trump was doing. You know what? Send them over there. Obviously, they're not listening, so we got to do something else. And that's what happened. So people need to chill out. Or
It reminds me of the 1984 Kurt Russell. What was that? The War in L.A. Was it no? Kurt Russell, that movie.
What is that?
It was 1985. Kurt Russell had to do with the war in L.A. You had to survive in L.A.
Something. Yeah, I forgot what it was called.
That's what it reminds me of right now.
It probably is, and that's probably where they got it from.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because now it's going to turn into a survival game. You know what I mean? The way the government's doing it, they're going to use it.
Yeah.
Why not?
That is cool.
You got kids out there, and you got teenagers and you got kids that are 20 years old. And I say kids because I'm old as shit. You got kids out there that are 20, 30 years old doing the same thing the teenagers are doing. Then why not use them? Why not use them? I would.
Yeah.
I'd create a game. If you guys can, since you guys want to destroy LA, I'm going to create a game. If you guys can make it to the other end of LA without dying, I'll give your parents papers. I'll give you papers.
I can't find it.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Make it to the end of the end. Make it to the other end of LA. And if you can make it without dying, I'll give you papers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I mean?
Do that.
I'll make a game out of it. Since you guys want to make the necklace, shit, do it.
Yeah.
Why not? Hey, maybe if the president's listening, use it.
Yeah.
I give my permission, but give me my money.
Yeah, we get credit for
I
it.
get credit for it. Fuck that, give me good credit. Give me good credit, I'll get my own money.
Yeah. Actually, give us $1 million. No, I'm just kidding.
$1
But a dollar, yeah, dollars.
$1 million.
But anyways, the whole situation is just ridiculous.
It is.
I think a lot of people just need to look at it from both sides because that's what I
That's
do.
the problem. They're not looking at both sides.
They're not.
And they're not going more deeper in depth with what we just did of their parents or their parents of parents were in the field trying to build what they're destroying.
Exactly.
Half of their tax money went to buying these cop cars.
Mm-hmm.
All those long hours that the Mexicano parents went and did. Escape from LA. Thank you, Esther. I knew I could count on you.
I thought I
Escape from LA.
You know what? I did see that one.
That's what it was. But, this is what they're not seeing, is the hard work that all the Mexicanos had put into becoming a physician, a dentist, a chiropractor, some business.
Yeah.
They worked hard and they went to school. They had to graduate to build something for themselves, for their
I
families.
saw that.
Okay? But these guys want to go and destroy what their parents had built or their grandparents had built.
Right.
That doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Right.
Because now, if it goes this way and the taxes are to be raised again
It's their fault.
in LA, that money is because they destroyed something they shouldn't have.
So now they got to pay for it.
Now they got to pay for it. No, they're not going to pay for it. Their parents are going to
The
pay for it.
taxpayers are going to pay for it.
Taxpayers are going to pay for it. Thank you, assholes.
You morons. I'm sure. Anyway. Excuse me. Oh, I ran out of drink.
This little guy
Somebody
here.
send me a drink.
Yeah, it's 9:09.
9:09. Good Lord, that's a lot of time.
But yeah,
Hey, you know who's here in Holland?
a lot of Hollanders.
No, but or not now. But I mean, like, I'll tell you after the show because I'm not going to give them any promos.
You're not going to give them homos?
Promos.
Oh,
But anyway, but no, for real. To summarize everything we just talked about, stop relying on the government.
stop listening to the bullshit they're feeding you guys.
Exactly. Because
They're trying to piss you off so they know who to take back to Mexico. Stay silent and stay in the field like your parents and your grandparents. Stay in the goddamn field. Stay in the
keep your mouth shut.
keep your mouth shut.
And you know what? I mean,
That's the problem, man. These kids, I got pride. No, that pride is in the
Your
field.
pride's a little
and the
too
pride
loud.
is sitting or doing fucking 18, 24 hours in a hospital. The other pride is working in construction trying to get that fucking building built.
mm-hmm.
That pride is over here waving a flag to let you know that it's okay to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yet
Again,
you are
you're
destroying shit that don't belong to you.
you're
Your
allowed,
parents worked hard for that.
you're allowed to be here. So
Damn,
you gotta be. You just gotta keep your mouth shut. Come on, come on, people.
man.
Come on.
Damn. You slap
I
somebody.
mean, I mean, that was almost the whole point of why we were saying this. Was like, you guys want to sit here and get pissed off at the government, but they haven't even really done anything yet.
They haven't. You guys are just.
You're making you're letting it control your life, and that's why I stopped watching the news, because
Quit being sheep.
that's what it was doing to me.
Read the
So-
Bible more.
Exactly. That's
That's what you need. You need God.
mm-hmm.
Because if you listen to God, you don't need to listen to the government. I mean, you still need to pay attention and follow rules and laws.
Yeah.
But you'll understand that the government is just as corrupt as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The government is the number one biggest gang in America. They
Yeah.
tax the taxes that we tax, and the tax they're taxing us.
Well,
Shit,
then
how
we
do
should
we
get
get
all
taxed so
that back.
damn much?
Then how do we only get pennies back when they get?
They get millions and we get pennies.
Yeah. But yet we're the ones that voted for them.
Yeah, exactly. Send nickels, put the nickels.
How exactly why you guys should not be listening to the government? Because
And the news is backing them up because
Exactly.
they're giving money to the newscast
To say
or the
all
news
this.
post so they
Share
can
it.
tell the lies.
exactly.
Share it. So just like people pay us to say something, we will say it. But we're going to make sure that it lines up with the Bible and it lines up with how we feel with people.
Exactly.
That we're not going to lie to you. I mean, we'll tell jokes.
Yeah.
I'll probably make fun of you.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean I don't believe in what you believe in.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
So there's a lot of people out there that I talk to on Facebook about stuff like this, and I literally tell them the same thing. Like, dude, what are you doing? You're spreading stuff that, for some reason it's
You're spreading the
you're letting it-
STD when all you have to do is keep your shit in your pants.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. But I'm like looking, and
Yeah,
then
went too far now,
he's
but-
doing I mean, it's kind of true. That's a good analogy. But to me, it's like what I was doing was I was making it control or letting it control me. And I sat there one day and I'm like, why the hell am I doing this? Why am I letting this bother me? But I also stated, just because I'm not posting stuff doesn't mean
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment on something.
Okay, so this is I'm just gonna do a little rundown here. There's some stuff that we had to work through with Black River itself. Okay, the stuff that we had to work through.
Mm-hmm.
However, we fought together. You don't bring a puppy into a dog fight.
Right.
One of the things that everybody knows about me, I fight like a big old dog. I'm a wolf. Somebody threw me in the woods. I came back a wolf and leader of the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. As I told Ben, we had our first dog fight with another company. We won.
Mm-hmm.
We won the dog fight. Not to say we're proud of that, because we're still with these people, but it was the principle. Okay, it was the principle of everything that we were going through.
Exactly.
However, you don't bring a puppy to a dog fight. Okay, that's what these kids in LA are doing. They're little puppies, and they're using these puppies to fight big dog fights.
Mm-hmm.
Person like myself, I've been through so much, and I've seen so much, and I've held so much. I know how to control what I want to do. I know how to control, which is why I built and helped Ben build Black River Studios. Only for the fact that I want to get people off the street.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to see what God did for me and what God did for him, what God can do for everybody else that puts their foot in the studio.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay? But unless you're not dedicated, please don't do that, because then you're just wasting our time. You're wasting everybody else's time.
Exactly.
If you want to be dedicated, be dedicated. We have people step down because they're like, it's just not me anymore, so I got to step away. Step away. They did this. They did it properly.
Right.
They didn't go and protest.
Right.
And they didn't go destroy our shit.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, it is what it is. It's not for me right now, so I'm going to be gone
Right.
later. But,
Exactly.
again, we're Latino-owned business, and the thing we're not going to do is allow the government to control how we treat people
Right.
and how we see people. We will still love people because that's what God wants us, for us to love people, to show them love, because there's people out there that don't know what love is, whether it's a God love or, a companion love.
Mm-hmm.
We can show you the God love.
Especially if there's people out there that need people to talk to.
Exactly.
So
We are easy to talk to. I'll sit there with my mouth shut. Again, 7 o'clock in the morning came around, and I'm sitting there still talking to this person going, So how do you feel now?
Right.
Well, I didn't kill myself. Exactly. Now we're in the next day.
That's the whole point.
So we are to save lives, not destroy them. We are to save companies and businesses, not destroy them.
Right.
Okay? What you guys are doing in LA, it's a total disgrace to the Mexican field, of the Mexican descent, to the Latinos that are working hard to build what they build.
Mm-hmm.
Quit destroying property that don't belong to you. That's the property your parents paid for. You just slapped them in the face by saying you didn't give a shit and you wanted to destroy a cop car or destroy other people's car. You know what? Now the people who own insurance companies, you just paid them.
Yep. There you go. Good.
You just
good
paid
job.
them. They got rich. They got rich in 24 hours. A new brand new insurance
You know
company got
what?
paid
No, I'm just kidding.
millions of dollars less than 24 hours.
Exactly, Gisela.
You know, so at the same aspect, we love everybody that comes into the studio. We'll treat them like family. We love them, and we will talk to them. If we find something concerning, they'll send it to me because I am the pastor. I deal with the people here,
Right.
you know, on a different shift. However, here's the thing, man. I get to the point where I get upset. I'll start swearing. Because you know what? I'm real. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna sit there and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna treat you how you want to be treated. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna talk like you wanted me to talk, because that's how you want to understand. That's how I'm gonna make you understand. But don't sit here and try to sit there and destroy something that we had built,
Exactly.
because it took from the ground up. We had built this, and again, what we said in the beginning of the show, we're gonna make some changes, and we're gonna go back to square one. Now, what I mean by square one is there's a lot of things that we forgot
What the goal was.
what the goal was, what our purpose was.
Right.
Because now we're trying to build more than what we are seeing, more than what we forgot what we were supposed to do in the first place.
Yep.
Kind of like you went to church to find God, but once you found God, all of a sudden now you're just a people pleaser. Now you're just doing this, and now you're doing that, and now you're following this person, now you're
Or
following
you're
that
just
person.
there for
And
the
now you're just
Sunday-
there because, hey, it's just
Or
what
you're
you do on a
just
daily basis.
yeah. Or you're
You need
just
to get
there
back to
for
square
the
one to find God again, to find out your purpose of what you need to be doing.
Exactly.
So that's what me and Ben and I are going to do, is go back to square one to figure out exactly where Black Rivers is going.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as we saw it and as far as we see it,
Exactly.
exactly. So as far as we see it, we, Ben and I, have realized and come to a realization that we missed something.
Mm-hmm.
We passed something that we shouldn't have. We went a direction that had nothing to do with our goal.
Yeah.
So we have to go back to square one to figure out what that was, or what that is, or what it could be.
Right.
So when you see a change, don't go, oh my God, that's drastic. Here's a warning,
Yeah. Exactly.
because it will be a drastic change.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be a change for the good, not for the bad. So we're going to go back to square one. We're going to figure out, because everything that's happening in this world, we, as Ben and I, can make a change in making, loving everybody that wants to come to the studio. Everybody that wants to come in here and feel some type of way, some love, that brother love, that sister love, and they forgot what God was. You can come here and find God.
Right.
This is what I want you to do, is come here and be able to come here and know that God is in this place.
Exactly.
So if God is not in this place, how do I expect my people to come in and go, yeah, it's not for me?
Right.
I expect them to be here knowing that this God is going to be here and knowing that they're going to get help.
Yep. And that's all there is to it.
So this is how we are going to feed our government, is helping our community, building our community, showing that, just because we're Latinos, we're going to be out there destroying cars and no, we're going to be out here helping our people.
Exactly.
We're going to be out here showing them how to build their business better, how to create better business, how to do whatever it is that we need to do by using our podcast, by using our music, by using the studio to build the community better and stronger for the Latinos and for anybody
And
who
for
decides,
anybody else.
for anybody else
Yeah.
who wants to join us. Now, it doesn't have to be just Latino. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Okay? So we are going to build it bigger and better, but we have to get back to square one to figure out which road we took that we weren't supposed to take.
Exactly.
So we are going to go back in time.
We're going. I got a
Back
back
to the future. We're going to go back and figure out where we went wrong.
Yeah.
Because apparently we did something wrong.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that we give up. It just means that we're going backwards to figure out where we went wrong and to take the better path. Once we get that better path,
I have to put it in reverse, or actually, I'm
What
going
did
to
I rewind?
I know. I'm going to actually do a Michigan U-turn, and, wait, how did you say that on Blood and Blood? A Chicano U-turn?
Chicano U-turn.
No, I got,
We just got to get back to what
we
we
just
were
gotta-
supposed to do in the first place. We totally forgot because we had so much going on. We forgot ourselves what our true goal was. And, after, just sitting there, man, it was just, I don't know, it just, me and him had the same idea at the same time, just kind of just went,
boom.
God just slapping us in the face, going, hey, pendejos, you forgot.
Did you forget? Oh, yeah, I did. So definitely a lot of difference is going to happen for the better, I think,
Yeah.
because it's crazy. It's just something that I looked at I was like, wait a minute, that's not what I started this for, But what I started this for was for what I'm not doing. So
Mostly, I think, and I'm going to be a man about this, and yes, we did forget about God through the midst of this.
exactly.
We were just going day by day, trying to get this day done, trying to hurry up and get this video, trying to do this and trying to do that. We forgot about God.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be the first one to admit that.
Oh, we did.
We forgot
I
that
agree.
God came first, and things just started dying down for a minute. We're like, what the heck's going
What's
on?
going on? Yeah.
Well, we were gung ho about God, but then all of a sudden we got what we wanted from God, and all of a sudden it was just boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said everybody treats God like a genie. That's including us. We're not perfect, and we'll never be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But we, as people, us as decent human beings, can realize what we're doing wrong. Now we got to go back and try to fix what we did wrong,
Exactly.
and that is how to put God back into this place where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. I agree, 100%.
So, there's that girl that always comes on here. I can't remember her name. Joy, was it? No. Kathy? The one that I was talking about. Pat.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that should have been a slap in the face to us.
Yeah, it was.
And we kind of just ignored the fact.
Thanks for punching me.
So, thank you, because that should have been God. That should have been our first thing we should
That
have
should have
saw.
been said. Wait a minute, that she is.
We should have reflected on that, and we didn't. We're like, we talk about God, but we talk about Him. We don't live about Him.
Exactly.
That's the difference. You can talk about God all you want, but if you're not living it,
It's pointless.
so God's doing the same thing to us. Don't tell me, show me.
Exactly.
So now we got to go back so we can show God exactly what our true intentions were from the beginning.
Exactly. There we go. No one is perfect, guys.
So again,
yes.
for all those who are destroying everything, seek God,
Mm-hmm.
and what you guys are doing is just repent for your sins. Repent, repent, repent. Because at the bitter end, all we have is God.
Mm-hmm.
Our government. And once you die, the government won't give two shits.
Yeah. They're just going to take your
They're just
funeral
gonna,
money.
replace you with another number.
Another Social Security number.
So, just repent and know that God loves you. We love you. And know that everything that we have said today, it's been in our hearts, it's been in our minds. We just didn't want to express it to a way that's going to hurt people's feelings or ways. We just want you to think, what are you guys really, what are you guys representing? What are you guys really doing, standing behind these people? When the true people you need to stand behind got the flag on that construction site, got that flag sitting in the field, got that flag in the dentist office or the doctor's office, the psychiatry office.
Mm-hmm.
People who have made
Lawyers.
themselves lawyers,
Yeah.
people who have flying that flag in their offices.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you should be standing behind,
Exactly.
not the people destroying shit. That doesn't make any sense to me. How can you call yourself 100% Mexicano with Mexicano pride while they're destroying something and killing people,
And you're backing that up.
and you're backing that up?
No, I don't. I wouldn't. I don't back you. if
So
you're gonna back-
with us, we will back anybody up as long as it's in the right way.
Exactly.
Again, I back up the Mexicanos that are in those fields because I used to be in those fields. Those people picking apples and peaches and cherries and bananas and all that good stuff. I am backing those people up. You want your property, you want to stay in this country, keep doing what you're doing and build it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep
Build
building
it
it.
up.
Keep
Build it
building
up.
it. Keep building. We'll
Build it
back
up.
you up.
Build it up like everybody else does.
Don't be
Instead
like
of
these
destroying
people that are sitting there destroying stuff because they don't understand.
Mm-hmm. So.
But I will back up a Mexican 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure, of course. I mean, what? And that's the thing is what people don't get is like, again, like you said earlier, we back up anybody We're 100% behind you, no matter who you are, Mexicano, Latino, whatever, white. I have to say that. Asian, black, we don't care. But you got to do it correctly. Don't be destroying shit. Don't be looting, stealing people's stuff. That's not what we're.
I'm sorry, man. It still doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Your parents put majority of their life building the city you live in,
For you to
and it
destroy
took you 3 days to destroy.
Right.
Huh?
Exactly.
Kind of like the Bible.
There you go.
Wasn't? I said what I said.
That's a good one to go to a commercial to. BRB.
Southside Cuts, located at 375 Columbia Avenue, right here in Holland. They are open weekly from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call them at 616-836-7502 to book your next appointment. If your business is looking to become a sponsor, don't hesitate to call us for more information at 616-405-0542 or 616-850-4819.
What up? I'm back. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, this podcast was basically an opinionated podcast. I can't even say that word. I need to learn English. But anyway, opinionated. There we go. Podcast. Again, we're all for anybody that is, I don't care who you are. I don't care. I mean, and again, like I said it before, a lot of the politics post that I was posting was just to get a reaction. It didn't mean a thing to me. But that's why I stopped doing it. And the only reason why I did today's egg thing that I posted was just to get a reaction. Because a lot of people obviously were following that. But then all of a sudden they forgot about it. Because it went down in price. Wow. But anyways. Well, that's all for tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate everybody. Everybody have a good night. Drive with your headlights on. And we will see you soon. Peace.